Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to cover the weekly blog post now that it's been fully released out for everyone's viewing. I wanted to go through real quickly my game plan as well as what's upcoming up for the week, guys. So, first and foremost, we know there's going to be a lot of things happening around the corner with respect to the Fantastic Four, but as well, the return of a couple key things that we need to be mindful of and a new event altogether. But don't forget, we have Franklin Richards now being officially confirmed to be coming on July 24th, so that's next Thursday. And obviously, we just got to be mindful of the fact that, he's going to be the meta changer. He's going to be the most important character to not just invest in, but as well bring up ultimately for this new arena meta that's taking shape and form for us. Having said that, too, I also want to point out, guys, there's going to be a few things kicking off. There's an accursed team strike pass that's also going to be an opportunity for us to get more shards of them. The Harbinger week 4, in addition to the next version of the Hood Rises. Now, the Hood Rises, remember, this has been an alliance coordinated event here, and it does look like this one's going to be the revised one where we'll go back to being the Thunderbolts characters being used in raids. That's adding points each day, allowing us to get shards of the Hood, but as well, some Crimson gear here and there, and resources and whatnot. Also, what was in the blog as well was the fact that Thunderbolts are actually heading officially to the supply store in the way of bumps. So the red stars or diamonds are heading over to the intel store. Very, very similar to what you see right now on screen with the Vigilante. Pretty expensive, to be honest, guys. I personally would just recommend accumulating shards of characters you want, such as, the new Fantastic Four team, or ultimately the more popular option, which has been purchasing gear to 20 pieces for Age of X progression. I think that's better use of your time, and especially given how limited the intel credits are. Now, as for the Harbinger finale week 4, we knew that with the details now being confirmed in the blog post, we knew already from the data mines, but it's good to get that confirmation, right? You recall right here, we're wrapping up in just a few days with this one, but there is going to be, once again, the collection of these unstable cells. And then as well, we also have playing in war with Quasar at higher gear tier level. So if you have him doing that, he's going to be able to take advantage and give you some bonus points there. And what was noted again in the data mines as well as on the blog is that if you do have Franklin Richards being available, he is going to provide some bonus points there in the way of these kind of season rewards there. So they're premium, and then I believe there's like Fantastic Force Diamond Orbs that's going to be available there. Okay, that pretty much covers it, guys. I mean, the only other thing that was kind of new and different was the new Fantastic Four. So on the blog anyways, it said that there's going to be, in celebration of the MCU Fantastic Four release, for the next 4 weeks, there's actually going to be events that actually help us to unlock and power up our classic and as well as MCU Fantastic Four characters. So what does that mean for the characters that we have on hand here? It means that there's probably going to be shards being sprinkled here throughout the next 4 weeks. There's going to be opportunities in terms of gear resources to bring them up, especially bio gear. So that's something paying attention to. They didn't specifically state what the details would be, but it's starting as early as Monday. So I mean, just be on the lookout for that. And apparently there is going to be a blog on Monday, actually, so we'll follow that up on Monday with some more details on how this is going to get detailed. So that's why, guys, if you're like me right now, and as I made on my point on my earlier video, is that I'm not really sure about the question, the farmability of Invisible Woman right now. I didn't see her in the data mines, but I did see that potentially with this Fantastic Force event, they might include shards of her, seeing as how she is a couple weeks old now. And from what we've seen anyways, usually a couple weeks old for some characters, that's when they get some love and whatnot. So be on the lookout for that. That's kind of what I'm paying attention to, because in the meantime, we already got Mr. Fantastic unlocked using power cores from the previous week. And then the rest of my cores actually is going to be going to Franklin Richards. So I'm going to be making an unlock video, hopefully spending a little bit less on power cores, and maybe if whatever I have left extra, I can get Invisible Woman. But the game plan next week for sure is going to be building them up as soon as possible, as they're going to be taking form and shape, really capitalizing on the arena meta that they're intended for. But they're just going to be a really fun team to play. They look really good, and as we've seen with these arena teams, they become some of the best teams in the game. So definitely want to take advantage of that. And another note, guys, I do want to point out too, they did add that they're going to be following up with the additional Twitch rewards. So similar to the last week, we're going to see more shards here of Mr. Fantastic. Only 5, I think, is what I saw on the blog for additional Twitch drops. So make sure you guys are always checking that out. There's always intel credits, gold, and whatnot, training resources, materials, power cores we've seen in the past. So that's always good just to leave it on idle. Even if you're not watching someone, just put it on the background and make sure you claim that free stuff, especially just like the store, logging in, making sure that you're doing that daily just to maximize on the rewards there. Now, guys, I also want to just real quickly talk about this, because they finally did talk about the return of Quasar's event also very, very soon here. So let me just pivot over here and show you. As you can see right here, we do now officially have him at 7 yellow stars thanks to all the activities. I gotta hit the upgrade on him. Totally forgot about that. I've been managing my gold and budging there. But there is going to be the 7 red returning now as a reward for his event respectively. And again, this is all coming hard and fast on Monday. But just high level, guys, I think the question we have to ask here is, you know, if you're in a position like myself here where as you saw, and I'll pivot back over, but you know, is the 7 red on Quasar enough to justify the investments that you're gonna have to make for this? Because take a look at this, right? Honestly speaking, you know, and even Mortal, he's kind of the only reason he's built up is because I'm actually strongly considering him as a cosmic villain option for Age of X and Professor Xavier. Decent materials, mystic gear, which I have, and as well having him at 3 diamonds makes him tank gear, increasing my success rate, right? But just look at the investment I'm gonna have to make, guys. I don't know if I could justify getting a Quasar 7 red for the investment in all these characters, because chances are you'll probably need to bring these guys up to gear tier 18, maybe gear tier 19, and even just to showcase for you what that looks like. I mean, even bringing each of these characters to level 100 is going to be 23 million each. Bringing them to level 95, 16. So I mean, my goodness, you're looking at north of 100 million plus, right? And then that's not even including the training materials and as well as gear resources to bring them up. So I don't know, guys. That's quite a bit for just 1 red star on Quasar, especially once that's the missing link. Maybe in the future they're going to pivot over and actually include his red stars in the way of intel or the next season currency, or even in a historical you know, dated currency that we can utilize. Maybe something like even the elite store later on. But I don't know, guys. To be honest, I'm on the fence about it. I do see it as a huge resource thing. So for that reason right now, I am, you know, saying that I'm probably going to be skipping the 7 red. I'll take advantage of what rewards are available, and I'll make a video on that next week. But in the meantime, it's probably a safe skip for me, and then I'll take advantage of the next opportunity. If this team ever does get built up, I can bring them up, but just not my priority right now, right? My priority is Fantastic Four and just making sure I keep up with the meta. And these are the decisions you have to make when you're free to play and managing resources, guys. Just my 2 cents. Anywho, that's it from the blog update, guys. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if you're excited about anything. But next week's gonna be pretty fun. We'll see in the coming weeks how that's gonna shape out with the new team coming into the game. And definitely looking forward to the announcement of the next team, because usually in the middle of the following month they announce the new team that's gonna be released in the next month. So that's gonna be exciting for sure. Keep an eye on that, guys. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.